Hello there, how are you? Welcome back to How I Did It. Today's video is going to be rebuilding the beehive stand. Now if you remember when I first started this, I just used the metal framing and built kind of a lightweight stand. Well, now that it's got the honey in there, it's getting heavy and it's really leaning pretty hard. So I went through the barn and found a few extra building supplies, brought my clippers out so I could give myself a little bit of room to work underneath these, or this tree. It's actually one tree, it's a multi-branch. So I have four 4-foot, just real lightweight T-posts that I'm going to use as the primary base for right now. Yeah, they look great, don't they? Fan in, cooling it off. Of course, my girl Stella there working with me. So what I did here was just totally geared up, full gear, boots, gloves, the whole deal. Bees don't like loud noise, and they also do not like pounding sensations or vibrations. And even though these Italian bees are really docile girls, I just was too chicken to take a chance. You know, when I was just sitting things down out there, of course, I was running around without any heavy stuff on. But for the next step, no, not so much. So the biggest thing here was moving the girls off of this metal platform. That was a heavy box. I know I've got it sped up and it looked like it was easy, but that was a heavy box. Just like, oh my goodness. Anyway, so I kind of got the T-post started, and then I went ahead and used the post pounder that I had purchased. I did that kind of semi-review on it not too long ago. This actually worked out pretty great. I still had to hammer it a little bit with a hammer just to kind of tweak it and get the final positions where I wanted on it. And unfortunately, as you'll see coming up, I hit a root. So once I got to that point, I kind of re-thunk things a little bit, and it still came together pretty nice. The idea was have the 2x4s set the width of the frames, so that way I could sit the frames on them when I'm doing work, not have to sit them on the ground, but it would still keep the hive up off the ground. Simply pounded the T-post in, used the clamps to hold the 2x4s level. This is just a 2x4 8-foot. And then I used the one hole and set a screw in there, and then I went back later and put a second screw. Just wanted to make sure it was really set well. We're coming up into the super heavy duty hurricane season now in Florida, so I want to make sure, especially after Laura going through, that I can keep these girls strapped down out here. I'm going to a screen bottom board just for the Florida heat. It has been just crazy hot. It was 107 out here doing this, and I am telling you, I had to take a ton of breaks. As you can see, all my girls there, you notice a little bit of fluffy stuff floating there to the left? Yeah, well, I had some bad news coming up at the end of this video, and that's going to roll us right into what next week's video is going to be. I have wax moths, and I also have hive beetles. So next week will be how I treated for these and what I did for these, how many frames of honey that I lost. Alrighty then, y'all have a wonderful and blessed day.